Hey everybody, welcome back to hocus-pocus.com. My name's David and this is a magic review. Today we're going to look at SCAANDAL from Adrian Vega and Murphy's Magic. Alright, so what is SCAANDAL? What is this effect? It says right in the middle, it's highlighted on the box, C-A-A-N. And so that's supposed to imply that this is a card at any number effect. Now don't get me wrong, it's not any card to any number effect, it's a card. It's a card to any number effect. Okay, so pretty much it's gonna run just like how one would work. So you bring out a deck of cards, spectator chooses a number, any number, okay? You count down to that number. You can even hand the deck to the spectator. They can count down to that number. The spectator can even turn over the card, and really up to that point, you know, nothing magical has happened. At that point, the magician picks up the tabled deck, fans it across the table face up, and the spectator is able to see every single card is completely blank. They selected the only card in that deck with a face. Sound pretty cool? Let's get into this review. All right, so you're interested in SCAANDAL. You want to know more about it. What are you going to get inside this cardboard hard box? It's basically this cardboard shelled box, okay? It's a nice box. Inside that is the SCAANDAL deck, okay? It is a completely gimmicked deck. And you're gonna get the download code to the video. The video is roughly 53 minutes long. As far as the video quality, I think it's great. Murphy's Magic makes great videos. You got nice close-ups, everything's well mic'd. You have a really nice setting. There's no background music, nothing distracting. You have various different employees from Murphy's that kind of sit in with Adrian Vega and kind of walk him through the trick and ask him questions. And so that's nice to have that other voice there that kind of acts like how you would act if you were in the room. There's even a little special guest visit from Titanus at the end. This is pretty fun. And then within that 53 minutes, a lot of it is going to be an initial deck setup. Okay, so this is a deck stack, and I'm not going to say it's complicated, but you probably might have to pay really careful attention to it. I had to watch this beginning part a couple of times because the way they approach the deck stack isn't like a traditional magic video where they say this card, then this card, then this card, then this card. They kind of give you a repeating pattern and just tell you to go with it. And so I had to practice with mine a few times until I felt like I had my pattern the way they had theirs. Does that make sense? So you might have to watch it through a couple times. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I just didn't think they covered that aspect well. Like I had to watch it a couple times to get it. Of course, they're going to walk you through the initial effect. They're going to go over a ton of tips and tricks and ideas, and then there's a nice Q&A at the end. As far as the deck goes, and like I said earlier, it is completely gaffed, but normally I would say your spectator can't examine it, but your spectator gets a false sense of examination because you give the deck to them at the beginning of the effect and they count the cards down. So they have this understanding in their heads that they held every card, right? And that it was inspected. When you fan through the cards and show them all to be blank at that moment, the deck is still in a gaffed state. However, there are some blank samples that you can hand out to the spectator if they wanted to touch one or feel one. So again, I think you're getting that touchability, that examination feel for your spectator, so that's really nice. The deck, of course, is well made. It's United States Playing Card Company. It's all done on red writer back. There is one slight modification you will have to do yourself. It's not really arts and crafts, not really DIY, just a little bit of modification you need to do to the force card. But it's really simple. It won't take that long at all. And here's the best part. I think once you watch the video all the way through, okay, as far as practice or setup or reset, all those questions are answered for you right away, and there's barely any of any, okay? So barely any practice because a lot of it is just the routine, and like I said earlier, your spectator is doing most of this. You're just walking the spectator through the trick. This deck is completely 100% self-working, which is amazing. So practice-wise, you just need to remember how to walk the spectator through it. Setup, you're just getting the deck back into deck stack, and you might want to do that off camera. It might take you a couple of minutes. And there's that. So as far as setup and reset, that's good. The only thing I would worry about would be a full deck reset. And by that I mean, let's say the spectator is counting the cards down to the table, and while they're doing it, they're kind of doing it mishmash and kind of sloppy. And then at the end, somebody comes by and says, oh my goodness, and they scatter all your cards. Like, and somebody just goes, ah, and they mess all your cards all over the table, or you drop the deck to the ground and the cards scatter. At that point, you're probably done for the night. you'd have to take the cards probably back to some place where you could see really well and assemble the deck back together. It'd probably take you a good 5-10 minutes to do. So I would say there is a ultimate deck stack, but as long as your cards don't get messed up, as long as they stay kind of like in order, let's say, it's easy to do a reset on it. What I liked about this, I think it's a totally fun, hands-off approach to the card at any number solution. I think at $30, it's totally in the right price point because that's about what we pay now for a gaff deck. Plus you're getting a 53-minute video, plus it's done by Murphy's Magic and they make great videos. So yeah, I think all around, SCAANDAL from Adrian Vega is a great find. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about SCAANDAL from Adrian Vega. While you're here at hocus-pocus.com, we'd love for you to hit purchase, shop around, find some more things, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.